Propolis is one of the world's oldest medicines. Research suggests it may help to fight infections, boost the immune system, and improve type 2 diabetes. It's been used since prehistoric times. The ancient Egyptians even considered it holy. The natural form of propolis, also known as bees glue, is a hard, brittle resin, and it becomes sticky and waxy when heated up. The word propolis means suburb in Greek, as the bees use propolis to extend and defend their hives. Propolis is produced by honeybees using plant parts and sap. Bees use the propolis as a type of cement for building, repairing, and protecting their hives against bacteria and intruders. Observing bees, humans all over the world learned to use the propolis for millennia as a health supplement, a cure-all, and even for rituals such as mummification. Recent research and interest in propolis revealed its potential health benefits for lowering blood pressure, strengthening the bones, helping to heal wounds, and protecting the liver. The chemical makeup of propolis is closely connected to its geographical origin, the flora and the bee species. It can vary even from hive to hive. Organic propolis is typically brown or green in colour. It has a sweet smell, and it's made up of 50 to 70% resins, 30 to 50% beeswax, 5 to 10% pollen, essential oils, depending on the region, usually basil, thyme, and geranium, and other compounds like acids, sugars, and vitamins. The main active ingredient in propolis are flavonoids like chrysin, and these are strong antioxidants that the bees get from plants and flower parts. The bees make propolis by mixing their saliva with plant material, pollen, and beeswax. Over 300 biologically active ingredients have been identified in propolis so far, including fragrant chemical acids, carbohydrates, plant oils, and vitamins B1, B2, C, and E. New types of propolis are being discovered as interest grows around the world. A large number of bioactive and antioxidant compounds in propolis explain its wide-ranging potential benefits. It can act in the body to kill bacteria and viruses by stopping their growth and their spread. It can fight yeast infections by blocking the growth of yeast and fungi. It can help with allergies by blocking the release of histamine. It can lower blood pressure by lowering the activity of an enzyme, tyrosine hydroxylase, that can cause high blood pressure. It can boost bone health and help to heal fractures by strengthening bone density. It can fight cancer by blocking the growth of cancer cells and causing cell death or apoptosis. It can enhance tooth and oral health and neutralize cavities by killing bacteria and reducing swelling around the gums. It can speed up wound healing by promoting skin cell rejuvenation. It can protect the liver from toxins, injury, and disease. It can help with diabetes by lowering blood sugar levels. Bees protect the hive from bacteria by covering the bee with propolis to block and spread harmful parasites. Propolis can kill harmful bacteria, viruses, fungi, and parasites when used either orally or on the skin. The two best studied propolis varieties for this purpose are Brazilian propolis and European propolis. In one study of 30 children, a Brazilian propolis mouth rinse was effective at killing oral bacteria. A propolis ointment was more effective than both the placebo and an antiviral drug at healing the lesions in a clinical trial on 90 people with genital herpes. Similarly, a lipstick with propolis was more effective than aclavir in a clinical trial on almost 200 people with cold sores. In a study on mice, propolis enhanced the activity of antibiotic, antifungal, and antiviral drugs. It attacked microbes by switching off their ability to make copies of themselves and to grow. It may fight yeast infections and other fungi by blocking their ability to form colonies in the body. In a study of 707 patients with fingernail fungal infections, The propolis extract applied to the nails cured the infection in more than half of the participants after 6 months. It could penetrate the nail and destroy the fungal biofilms. In several cell studies, it stopped the formation of yeast clusters by dissolving this biofilm layer that the yeast cells use to cling to body surfaces, preventing an infection. It could also kill candida by blocking its biofilm in the cells. In 2 clinical trials of 6 adult volunteers and 70 healthy children, a propolis mouthwash reduced oral bacteria and plaque buildup. In another trial of 30 dental students, propolis-based herbal toothpaste outperformed commercial toothpaste in reducing dental plaque after 2 weeks. Chewing gum with propolis reduced the salivary content of cavity-causing microbes in a clinical trial on 30 healthy children. In a clinical trial on 31 people recovering from a jaw fracture, a green propolis gel eliminated the microbes that potentially cause cavities and gum disease while preserving the beneficial oral microbiota. Propolis gels and mouthwashes improved gum disease in 2 trials on 78 people. A solution with 20% propolis irrigated under the gum line helped as an adjunct to conventional therapy to gum disease in a small trial on 16 people. Using propolis for dental fillings might be one of the earliest forms of dentistry, dating back thousands of years. Ancient human skeletons with propolis and beeswax dental fillings have been discovered, the oldest one being from Slovenia and dating 6,500 years back. Oral propolis improved mouth ulcers in 2 clinical trials on over 100 people. Mouthwashes with propolis also reduced the damage to the mouth lining caused by chemotherapy and radiotherapy, known as oral mucositis, in 4 clinical trials on 214 people being treated for different cancer types. However, they were ineffective in 2 trials on over 100 adults and 50 children. Propolis may lower high blood sugar levels and improve blood sugar control in type 2 diabetics. This is according to some human and animal studies. In 4 trials of over 250 patients with type 2 diabetes, 400 to 1500 milligrams per day of propolis reduced blood sugar and it boosted antioxidant defenses. Mexican propolis had similar effects in diabetic mice. 15% of diabetics develop open sores on the bottom of the foot, known as diabetic foot ulcers. High blood sugar levels reduce the body's ability to heal these ulcers, causing severe infections that may even require the amputation of an affected limb. Typical propolis sped up the healing of diabetic foot ulcers in 2 small trials on 64 people. Although most of the research was in cells or animals, a few recent human studies have also confirmed the antioxidant benefits of propolis. In a clinical trial on 67 people, 15 drops of a propolis solution twice a day acted as a potent antioxidant. It increased the master antioxidant glutathione, as well as the good cholesterol HDL. It was given for 3 months and it reduced the risk of heart disease. In a clinical trial of 47 people, powdered propolis with about 50 milligrams of flavonoids per day reduced oxidative stress in men by 23% after 30 days. As mentioned above, the propolis supplementation improved the antioxidant status in 2 clinical studies on over 100 people with type 2 diabetes. In a study of 35 people, propolis slightly lowered blood pressure, both systolic and diastolic, when taken twice a day for 3 months. In rats, propolis lowered high blood pressure and it prevented heart damage by blocking an enzyme, tyrosine hydroxylase, that causes high blood pressure. Overactivation of mast cells and histamine release is the leading cause of allergic reactions, including seasonal allergies, asthma, and eczema. In a mouse study, the flavonoid quercetin found in propolis blocked histamine release, and it relieved allergic sinus symptoms. Propolis supplementation seems to balance the Th1-Th2 response but it's probably better for the Th2 dominant people. Th1 dominant people should avoid propolis to prevent immune system overactivation. In healthy mice, it reduced some inflammatory Th1 cytokines. In stressed mice, it enhanced the Th2 response, but in another mouse study, it activated the Th1 response. Propolis supplementation may improve wound healing by boosting the growth of new skin cells, according to animal and cellular studies. The propolis sped up wound healing in mice, helping to regenerate the damage. In a cellular study, Chinese propolis protected the cells from damage. It maintained collagen activity, and it turned on the antioxidant glutathione genes. Propolis may strengthen bones and help to keep them healthy by increasing bone density, especially after an injury. In a rat study, an active component of the propolis enhanced new bone formation. Propolis may protect the liver from alcohol-induced injury and reduce the risk of liver disease by preventing liver scarring based on animal and cell-based studies. In rats, the extract reduced liver damage from chronic alcohol abuse. Propolis fights cancer in cells by preventing cancer from making new blood vessels, causing the cancer cells to die due to a lack of oxygen. However, some propolis compounds are unstable and they might need to be optimized to achieve the benefits. Optimized active compounds from the propolis kill the cancer in both cellular and animal studies. Since there's many types of propolis, the side effects are hard to standardize. Generally, propolis is safe, except for people who are allergic to bees or bee products. One Italian study reported 18 cases of negative reactions to propolis over 5 years, of which 16 were allergic reactions. 7 were in people allergic specifically to propolis, and 2 were gut issues. Propolis blocked specific liver enzymes that metabolize many drugs in test tubes. It may increase the blood concentration and the toxicity of drugs, such as acetaminophen, propranolol, and a number of antidepressants like SSRIs. In cells, it boosts the effectiveness of antibiotics. It may help to fight bacterial infections when used alongside antibiotics, but clinical studies would be needed to prove this. Propolis is available in many forms depending on the intended use, like extracts, tinctures, and a spray, a dried powder, usually in capsules, a raw resinous propolis from the hive, a syrup for eating, mostly mixed with other extracts or honey, and propolis for the skin, like a face, a hand cream, a gel, or an ointment. In clinical studies, the propolis dosage varied between 50 and 1500 milligrams per day, with no reported side effects. Propolis, royal jelly, and honey all contain bioactive flavonoids. They're all antioxidants and anti-inflammatories. Used together, they might help to fight inflammation, viral, bacterial, and fungal infections, speed up wound healing, and protect the heart. The combination of propolis with honey and royal jelly may be particularly good for fighting infections based on the antimicrobial studies. For more information about herbs, supplements, and natural treatment plans, check out my website.